Disclaimer: some of our content varies per video and may not be suitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, in some content, we are critical of the video games, books, music, videos, and other creators on the platform. While we are a group-owned channel, our opinions expressed are solely on our own and may not always reflect the opinions of those associated with this channel. We at Novakast do not condone any and all harassment, i.g. cyberbullying, doxing, swatting, towards any of the people that we may be critical towards. How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video, and I'm responding to another dog-free radical. Fun! But anyways, this time around I'm actually going to be responding to somebody by the name of WarOnDog's. Now apparently this person was also named Kitten a while back, at least that's what their channel was called, and we've had, if I remember correctly, we've had discourse with this particular individual. So this is going to be interesting. By the way, I want to say something really ironic, and you guys will see the profile picture of the individual's channel on my thumbnail. I think it's kind of ironic that for somebody who doesn't like dogs, they use a dog for their profile picture. Kind of ironic, right? But anyway, with this video, I'm actually going to be doing a quick response to whatever they are, 30-minute video, which is titled, "Your Dog is Giving You Brain Damage and Cancer." Okay. This is gonna be interesting, because I've never heard of, a dog, automatically giving you brain cancer, or not cancer, or brain damage, but cancer as well. I've never even heard of that, and considering I've owned dogs for the longest time, I am surprised I'm still living. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and discuss first the title itself, go through some points, and then discuss some of the meat of the video, which focuses on worms that infect dogs and their assumption that dogs can affect humans with worms. So anyway, let's go ahead and get right into this. So, first, let's talk about brain damage. Yes, I'll say this. Yes, dogs can potentially cause brain damage. Damage to humans primarily through traumatic brain injuries, or TBI, sustained during accidents or falls while on walks. And while dogs themselves don't directly inflict brain damage, their actions can lead to injuries that cause brain damage, such as when they pull on a leash and cause the owner to fall. I want to point out that TBI occurs when the head sustains a sudden impact or blow, which can cause the brain to collide with the skull. Now, accidents involving dogs, particularly falls, are a common cause of TBI in adults. Dogs pulling on leashes can cause a person to lose their balance and fall, resulting in a head injury. Now, while not directly related to dogs, other causes of brain injury in humans include falling cars, as I stated, well, earlier, falls, cars, or car accidents, and sports-related injuries. Now, if you guys are wondering about the symptoms, by the way, Symptoms of TBI can vary depending on the severity and location of the injury, and can include headaches, dizziness, nausea, and loss of consciousness. Now, I think it's really important to note that while dogs can contribute to TBI, they don't directly inflict the brain damage. Once again, the injury results from the impact or fall by the dog's actions. So basically, the involvement of dogs is in a sense the same grade as, let's say, a random person just falling on a step and hitting their head, or somebody, I guess to another extreme, trying to do a skateboard trick and they proceed to, fall and hit their head. So indirectly, dogs can cause brain damage, but it's minimal of how they cause it. Alright, so let's talk about cancer, or at least dogs causing cancer. Can they? Oh, absolutely not. Humans cannot catch cancer from dogs. Although, a specific type of cancer in dogs called canine transmissible venereal tumor, or CTVT, is contagious. It is not contagious to humans. CTVT is spread by direct transfer of tumor cells between dogs, typically during mating, but also through skin contact by sniffing or licking. Humans are protected from CTVT due to their genetic diversity, immune systems, and lack of close physical contact with the other humans that would facilitate transmission. Now, as you guys know, cancer is a disease that develops within a cell and can't be contagious or be classified as a contagious infection. Now, going a little bit further, or at least on CTVT, it is a unique type of cancer that can only be found in dogs. So, overall, can dogs give humans cancer? No, they cannot. Now, quick statement, because for a segment of the video, they discuss worms that infect dogs and claim that they infect humans. Now, can they infect humans? Yes. It is statistically possible for humans to get worms from dogs, though it's not very common. Many worms that infect dogs are zoonotic. This means they can be transmitted to humans. Common parasites like roundworms and hookworms can be transmitted through accidental contact with contaminated feces, soil, or by ingesting larvae. Which, I'm going to beg the obvious question. How often are you messing around with, contaminated feces or, ingesting larvae? Which is, again, very, very slim. Now, I want to talk about prevention because, as anybody would know, prevention can require regular deworming of pets, proper hygiene, hand washing, avoiding contaminated areas, and keeping pets away from children's play areas, which can help reduce the risk of transmission. So, overall, they can, but it is preventable and it is unlikely that an individual will be infected by said worms. Overall, I will say between the 30 minutes of this very, 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 very slow and honestly just drooling video with just listening to text-to-speech with random images, it is difficult to understand, or at least what the point they're trying to make. I think I should say. If you look at a video like this, and like I said, it's text-to-speech. It's kind of put on the slow setting. So a video like this could have been I want to say 15 to 20 minutes. But it's dragged on with how slow the text-to-speech is. Now, overall, in terms of some of the things mentioned, you know, brain damage, cancer, which again, you know, cancer caused by dogs is incorrect and should be taken off that title. You have individual, like, this whole thing, like, yes, you can get brain damage from a dog, but that's due to interactions where the dog, let's say, again, using as an example that they did, pulls on the leash and you end up tripping and falling. That's a, you know, an example in terms of a dog indirectly causing brain damage. Now, cancer, like I said, shouldn't even be on this list. Now, for the hookworm thing, or the worms, that is another thing that, yes, apparently, you know, humans can be infected by dogs that are, you know, affected by, you know, particular worms. However, and I think this is the thing that some of these people leave out, is that it's preventable. By properly deworming the animal, or at the very least practice, you know, good hygiene, you have nothing to worry about. So, with this particular video, which I've, in a sense, summarized in, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so, less than that. Some of the things that this person brings up to try to make their points, it can be preventable, and one of them is non-existent. So, everybody, this has been interesting, to say the least. I do want to say that, especially since I've already talked to this individual already, or at least in the comments, it's, I want to say sad, like really, really sad, that you have individuals like this that have just, unfortunately, you have individuals like this that, let's face it, and I know I got heat for this, but I mean, let's look at it by face value, who spend all their time just fighting over some, like, people that have a different opinion than you. And instead of just accepting the fact that people may have a difference of opinion, this person wants to have the last word. And trust me, I've had that periodically happen when I'm responding to this individual. Doesn't matter if you're one side or the other, or it doesn't matter if you aren't down the middle and you agree with some things. You have to be completely on their side. Because if you don't, they treat you like you're the enemy, like you're the monster. So, and as I said before, it's sad, but true. The dog-free community is broken down into two parts. You have the regular people who acknowledge that dogs exist. They don't like dogs, but overall, they just live their lives. And then you have these individuals, the radicals, the individuals that act like they're in the cult, will do everything and basically try to do whatever they can, whatever tactic they can, to inevitably prove themselves right in this conversation. And overall, the only thing that they will talk about is the one topic. Not even discussing, other things or other issues, but just hyper focusing. Again, I know I'm going to get heat for saying that, but with some of these people, it's the absolute truth. And I was thinking about this recently when because I got heat for it. There are people that do hyper focus on particular topics, but they also, and I think this individual will agree with me if they watch the content. There are certain individuals that do hyper focus on a topic, but at the same time, they do other things and focus on other topics as well. Not just one thing. In a sense, to branch out and keep more people happy in terms of their videos. So, individuals like WarOnDog's, K9, Stanell, Perkle, many others, they are on the side of the radicals. Heck, I'm going to even throw in, oh gosh, what was their name? I think it was like Valentine. Something along those lines. Valentina, who takes pleasure in animal cruelty. So, which, by the way to go, Psycho. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I will see you guys next video.